tomorrow you may be heading to the Buttermarket in Shrewsbury because there's another chance for you to hear the sound of the Mighty Wurlitzer organ there. It is maintained by Shropshire Theatre Organ Trust. Tony Byrne explained some of the history behind the organ and how it came to be here in the first place to me. By the way, first of all, this is how it sounds.
Built in 1936 in the United States of America, and it was shipped out of the works on the 12th of December. It was installed in the Ritz Cinema at Chatham in Kent and opened in 1937. It stayed in the cinema until 1971 when the cinema closed and went over to Bingo, and at that point the organ was bought and dismantled and shipped in up to his workshops in Aylesbury by our organ builder David Paulin at the time. He held it there until he could find a suitable venue for it. Eventually we came along and said we'd like to bring it to Shrewsbury.
So how lucky is Shropshire to have something
Oh,
like
it's a beautiful instrument, and to be quite honest, it is now unique. It's the only Wurlitzer organ where you can still play the original Harold Ramsey specification organ. We've added things to it, but we've not taken anything off. That's the secret. Usually the first thing to disappear off an organ of this specification is the clarinet. The clarinet's still on it.
Still there, everything's still working.
That's right, everything is still working, and we've added 2 extra ranks, that's 2 extra sets of pipes, a Kinura and an English horn, which in fact Harold Ramsey wanted to install, but there wasn't the money available. The original organ had a grand piano which rose on a separate lift at the side of the console. Unfortunately, it wasn't available to us when we had it here, so we've got a Technics digital piano which does the same.
It looks highly complicated. For me, take us through what's in front of us here, because there are 3 keyboards.
That's right, 3 keyboards. The bottom one is the accompaniment, which is the equivalent of a choir on a church organ. The middle one is the great organ, which is exactly the same as on a church organ. And the top keyboard is what we call the solo organ, which on a church organ would be the swell organ. And then we have a 32-note pedal board for the organist to play with his feet.
See, that's where I get confused, because the coordination, you need to coordinate your feet and your hands.
That's right.
I'd be falling over. Totally.
And then we've got 4 pedals. They're the volume. The first 2 are the volume controls. The left-hand one's the main chamber. The right-hand one is the solo chamber. The third one is the piano pedal. Unfortunately, all that it does on this organ is operate the piano sustain. And then we've got a general crescendo pedal, which puts lots of preset ranks on, totally independent of what you've got on the settings. Under each keyboard we've got 10 presets, and they can be set to any combination that the organist wishes to use for his concert.
And you've got a wing mirror there. Is that so you can see if people are pulling faces at you?
No, you can tell if you're playing too fast and there's a blue light coming, you know.
That's why that's there. I thought it was just to do your hair.
So the organist can keep an eye on the audience and see what's happening.
Exactly, because you're playing to the crowd.
That's right, you are,
You want to know that they're enjoying it.
If they've all fallen asleep, you know, you're putting something wrong.
Play something else. Quick, wake them up. So you can hear more about tomorrow's concert in just a moment, and more about the Shropshire Theatre Organ Trust itself next.